What's up, sexy ladies and sexy gentlemen? Alright guys, so these are the top 5 magic product mistakes that people make when they are new to collecting or in general. So all these tips are going to apply to anyone, no matter what the stage of journey you are on. But hopefully you will catch this earlier in your journey so you don't make the same mistakes that I did.
Stop, Jackson! You swore!
I lied.
The first mistake is never, ever trust the opinion of a magic influencer or anyone that creates magic content online. For example, myself. You can go and scroll through my before you buy and top 5 magic and mentalism effects videos. And I don't want you to take anything I said as a fact. For example, I may have made a review of a magic product that I personally liked and I scored it high. But that doesn't mean that you will going to like that magic product. And I hope that you understand that. Reconsider while buying magic or mentalism product from an influencer based upon their 10% off coupon code. Well, I hope in future I will get the chance to give my viewers those 10% off coupon codes. Hey, magic suppliers, are you listening? Anyways, but what you should do is to kind of take their word as a guide. And if that sounds like the magic effect that you're interested in, write that magic and mentalism effect, then go and do your own research, such as reading magic forums or discussing it online, like on various Facebook magic communities or on Reddit and Instagram. Now moving on, as I mentioned, doing your own research and making your own decision if that's the magic effect that you really like, and then proceed to buy them. And that leads me to the very important tip number 2. Do not blind buy a magic or a mentalism effect, especially based on those creators, what they said. Because 8 out of 10 times when you blind buying a magic effect, you're just blindly buying it. And I can give you a guarantee that you will be incredibly disappointed. Let me show you an example. So back in 2020, around like maybe November of 2020, I bought this cipher. Okay, so suddenly I found out, oh wow, this is a very, very exceptional or very cool tool to reveal the information. And so what I did, I bought it, a second one. Yeah, that's how incredibly dumb I can be sometimes. And then less than 6 months after some of it usage, I find out there are other much cooler way that will going to beat these two. I'm not saying these are bad, but these two are not for me. Because I don't want to carry something, I more delve into some impromptu style. I don't want to carry gimmicks in my pockets. I avoid them as much as I can. Okay?
Like this little guy had a change of heart backing out when they got to the top.
I'd rather check myself before I wreck myself.
So right now, they are lying on my shelf just like that as a showpiece. I got no use for them. Nothing. So be aware. Do not blind buy magic effect. Do not. See, if you blind buy a magic effect just because of the hype that is made out there, you're setting yourself up for a failure. And it's a bad habit to take on. See, I know the thrill of blind buying and it can be exciting, but trust me when I say this, that you will going to get disappointed at some point. It's just a matter of when. And also the problem with the blind buying is that you never know if this is your cup of tea that you're gonna drink. In other words, if this going to suit your performance style. So you're definitely setting yourself up for failure, especially when you bought this magic effect based on someone else's opinion, or you have seen a magician or a mentalist performing it. If your friends like it, it doesn't mean that you will too. So if you like a magic effect, just go out and do your own research before you buy it. Guys, please don't prioritize the magic effect over presentation. Many great magicians and mentalists have said similarly that the presentation of a magic effect overrides the effect itself. And this is entirely very true. More likely, I will say this is the law. This should be the law. You know, I have read that most of the people asking what is that strongest and the most impressive magic trick of all time. And I think that this is a very odd way to go about learning magic or mentalism. Because without technical proficiency, all else fails. Even if that effect is a gold mine for reactions, if you don't capture the flow of the act, the certain moments won't flow smoothly into the next. Even supposedly simple things like opening up the card box and then replacing it with the other card. That requires practice, so you don't fumble around. And just about every magician, it is important to do the final rehearsals in the clothes that you will be wearing. You just don't want to be that guy who discovers that the pocket he needs isn't in this suit. Trust me, it happens with many people. Now, tip number 4, never ever buy a magic or a mentalism gimmick or a prop at its full retail price. You should wait and look out for some sale to happen or some discount coupon like 20% off, 50% off, some big discount, because the shipping costs are skyrocketing day by day, and some unique mentalism and magic props and gimmicks can make a big holes in your pockets. Because you're paying like what, 10,000, 20,000, but if you could just wait, you can get it in a discount like 20% off or 30% off or maybe 50% off. Why would you buy at full retail price? I never do that. Why would you? So, you know, I understand if you're new to magic collecting game because I've been there, but please take my advice when I say this, that always buy it from the discounters or when the magic product's having a sale or on discount coupon, something like that. Do not buy it on full retail price. Now, tip number 5, and this is the big one. Do not have hundreds of magic tricks collection unless you love this stuff. Love, okay? Because the average person does not need to have tons of magic and mentalism gimmicks, props, or video downloads. I know it can be tempting to get your hands on everything that advertisements and magic trailer has to offer. You never need more than just a few of those effects that you find yourself really good at and that matches your style of performance. And I've said this before and I'm gonna say it now. One size doesn't fit all. So be selective while choosing your style. But if you love it, get more situational with your preferences. Like you can get 10, you can get 15, or even you can get 20. But hundreds of them that I have is just excess, and which you will never going to use them, and probably it will never going to leave off from your shelf in your entire life. And that will be just wasted money. The reason I have so many magic and mentalism effect is because I'm an addict. Yeah. I have an addiction when it comes to magic. And secondly, I do this because I'm a collector. Okay, I like to collect things. I find pleasure in collecting things. And thirdly, which is very important, I do this for this channel. I try to help everyone. I want to give my opinions over time. But you don't need to follow in my footsteps because I'm not doing in the way that you should, being an average consumer. Luckily, I'm in the place where this is my only source of income. So I managed somehow to afford all this stuff and be able to give you my opinions on this stuff. But you know, it's still hard, and your support is always appreciated. Do feel free to donate to this channel. The UPI link will be in the description and over here. Okay, so Yeah, trust me guys when I say this, less is more. Anything excess is unnecessary. Only buy when you know that you're going to perform it for a certain period of time, or only buy that you can convince yourself that you will going to use it to its true potential. Otherwise, it's completely pointless. Now, it's that time where I ask you to help me out. If you're getting any value from this video, let the almighty algorithm know by hitting the like button. It helps me a lot and it tells the YouTube that this video is worth recommending to other viewers and magicians who need to see this. Always appreciate when you take your time out to do this. With all that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. All hands together now. Salute. Take care, guys. Be safe out there.